I think dance hall drinking, a lot of times Carnival, you get the highest pregnancies, the highest diseases, the highest everything, nastiness goes on there because people are just loose and no, well, that's my opinion. I know you actually brought that up earlier.
Born and raised.
You brought it up. You said it.
Yeah, it is a part of it. That's why you lose.
I understand. Okay, but what I'm talking about. So Carnival is beautiful. I understand that. I'm married to a Caribbean American. So I understand Carnival, the colors, the outfits, the culture, the food. I understand that. But it also leads to, they promote alcohol. They promote things. They're, yes.
It's a party.
Yeah, that's, okay, so I'm getting back to the same thing. Party music, party, alcohol, and get her in the bed tonight and open, you know, all that stuff leads to things. No, I'm not saying Carnival, I'm not saying Carnival promotes AIDS or that. But a lot of things happen in Carnival, pointblankperiod.com.
You're right, but let's see where Carnival originally derived from. And asking her to Google Carnival. It's right after 40 Days of Lent. We have this 40 Days of Lent where we're supposed to, you know, stop doing something we enjoy doing after the 40 Days of Lent. Then now when that Carnival comes around, that's the time to let loose. And it's come from a religious background to start with. Now different countries have it different times of the year. But usually it's after the 40 Days of Lent. So we say, what are you going to give up? I'm going to give up alcohol, I'm going to give up chicken, I'm going to give up this and that. And when you give up after the 40 years, as Carnival comes after the 40 days of Lent and Easter Monday, that's Carnival time. And if you want to go overboard, I won't say that 1% that goes overboard is going to make the whole culture look bad.
No.
Because I know a lot of people from the Caribbean who don't even let their kids go around Carnival. I know my sister,
because
but I tell her, don't let that one girl shaking her booty with her hot pants on stop you from enjoying your culture. Because more than just
but that is part of the culture, the dance.
Before you go forward, let me just read what one of the bloggers said. In fact, he said, Carnival plus rum bring forth anything.
That's my point.
I just think that's funny. Carnival plus rum bring forth anything.
But it's choice again. You know what?
No, you're right.
That's the point.
I understand.
Up in Carnival.
No, you're right.
Once.
Hear what he said. He said, only time of the year you are free to have no behavior and little class, if any. So you realize how it boils down to everybody's perspective and choice. Some people use Carnival to do exactly that.
Thank you. But I'm not saying that's what Carnival is.
You know what? I slept with 3 women because you know what? I went down to the Carnival.
No, I'm not saying that's what Carnival is. I'm saying that especially people who are not from the Caribbean, when we hear that, it's not really a good thing. Why is it not a good thing? You guys, it's a beautiful culture. It's a cultural thing, but it has a lot of bad connotations to it too. Like in New York, where I'm from, we're summoned not to go on Eastern Parkway because there's gunshots, killing, shooting, sex. Girls are throwing off their tops. You brought down the. I know Carnival is a beautiful thing, but
it wasn't. Okay, that's because of the environment, not because Carnival breeds violence.
No, I didn't say that.
And I want to say something.
I'm not saying that, and that's why I keep reiterating.
I'm misaddressing the point that she with the question.
Okay, yeah, let's say it.
She's saying the blog she's reading, Carnival leads to promiscuity. I'm saying I disagree with that. You would say yes, it does, because Carnival is alcohol, the rum, and the music and everything like that. What I'm saying is that's a scapegoat people do. Put it this way, people don't just go to Carnival. Okay, you know what? I'm going to Carnival because go ahead because I'm going to sleep at X, Y, Z.
No, I don't. I think it's a choice. It's a choice.
That's
a small percentage.
I'm not saying the whole Carnival is like that.
Carnival leads to promiscuity. People are going to do what they're going to do anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
Going to the movies, going to the.
It's a big party.
They're promiscuous anyway. They can go to the supermarket. That's what I'm trying to say.
I know.
She got the mic.
Let her say something.
Carnival is not only about whining and grinding in the streets of Port of Spain or any other major street. It's about calypso. It's about costumes.
Food.
It's about pan, sweet steel pan. Music. Okay, I grew up playing in Panorama every year. And nobody runs out having sex because you move into the music. I mean, you cannot blame it on Carnival. You cannot blame it on alcohol. Blame it on the individuals.
Yeah,
I'm not saying.
That's something else.
You're right.
I'm not saying that Carnival promotes. I'm saying that.
That's a topic that
every culture
okay.
have their form of carnival. You have Cinco de Mayo, you got 4th of July, you have, every country, Belize have the September 21st and the 10th. We all have that time we want to break loose. But for that 1% that decided to act bad,
makes it look bad.
The whole culture look bad, and we should focus. We should focus.
It makes it look bad.
1%. What we should focus on is what we're here to talk about is that here the AIDS epidemic. Yes, that 1% who decided not to use condom on Carnival, that's on them, and that's for us to educate them.
Exactly.
But we won't let that 1%
exactly
talk bad about Carnival because Carnival is, like she said, a beautiful thing. What my son loved about the Carnival parade that you hosted last year was the costume. Wow.
Yep.
The costume, then the music, the DJ bringing it. Then you say, oh, then she grinding. But I want to make that girl grinding make me don't want to bring my son next year.
Why not? You don't want your son to be exposed to that.
No.
I won't let my child.
That 1% won't spoil the party. Like you said, that would not spoil the party.
Well, that's my opinion, and that's the way I want to raise my child. I'm not going to raise my child where they're grinding, drinking, whining, and hopping, and all that stuff. So you can bring your child to that. But Carnival and the other festivals, there are other festivals. I don't want to just say Carnival because I know there's a Caribbean discussion right now. There are other festivals. I think party as a whole, alcohol as a whole, ignorance as a whole, all that causes promiscuity, which leads to having babies out of wedlock and which leads to having AIDS. So it's not Carnival. I don't want to make it a Carnival thing. I'm making it a choice. It is a choice. And yes, Carnival is beautiful. I love the costumes. I love all those things about Carnival. But we have to educate our cultures to show your country in a better form, in a better light. You know what I mean? It's not all about Carnival and dancehall. There's so many other good things to, I think, the Caribbean.
Well, if we're on the topic of Carnival, we're not supposed, we shouldn't talk bad about Carnival.
I don't think it's bad, so I don't want to be looked at like I didn't say that.
Carnival promotes promiscuity. I even have another blog. He said, all the people walking up on each other, the lyrics of some of the songs, especially on a jam boat ride when Friday, and some the rum and scantily clad people with no behavior. And I would like to ask KK as one of the big entertainers. I know that you are the president of Regulars Entertainment, am I correct? KK, you promote some of these parties, you promote some of these fêtes, you promote some of these places that people seem to think promotes a little promiscuity, etc. What do you think about the AIDS epidemic in the Caribbean?
Advertising it at our events. We have all the artists performing live. We have all these DJs performing live. Have them help us spread the word, spread the message to the people, especially when they're leaving the party. Most of the times, that is when people let's really, get loose. But they always listen to the last words of the DJ, the last words of our entertainer.
You're right.
So you have these people help us. Hey, when you go the parade, just like last 2 years, all the artists in the Caribbean, every time they came on stage on the left, they said, arrive alive, don't drink and drive.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
They always promote that. So we just get them to help us promote that because people listen and people was going on with that campaign, arrive alive, don't drink and drive. Hey, partner, don't drink. Because of them, because of they doing that and promoting that, they saying, hey, only arrive alive, don't drink and drive. It's the same thing. You have them help us do the same thing with AIDS. Just keep promoting, hey, please be protected, and so forth.
Well said.